All right, this is Coach Cooper again, and here we are for Digital Maps Part 2. So you're going to go to Clever and go to New Google Sites, just like we always do, and make sure that you're on your portfolio for 6th grade social studies. Last episode, we talked about making digital maps, and of course I'm going back to the same section, which is European geography. We talked about making digital maps with mapcharts.net. So if you haven't done that, you have to go back to the previous video and watch that first. I would suggest doing that first. What we reviewed is putting in our learning targets, knowing our standards, looking at the paper copy of the map we received, and looking at the final copy, sort of digital map we put in. And we're going to use some other software for this section in this video, or I guess I should say a website, but Shepherd Software is where you want to go. So if you just type in Shepherd Software, it should be the first thing that pops up. I have shown some of the classes this, and some of the kids already knew about it, so maybe it's not new to you, but if it is, I hope you use it. So when you get to this page, you're going to go to World Geography Games. You're going to go to Europe, and we are going to put another digital map of the countries in there, as well as some land features and some rivers. So let's get started. So you're going to go to the first one. You're going to press play. I have already allowed the JavaScript, so you do want to allow it if it's not going to allow you to run it. The Chromebook should allow it. Of course, if it doesn't allow it, you'll have to see me privately. So you want to go through and you want to label the 8 countries, right, in this map and in the standard. The 8 countries were required. There's 7 listed in the standard, and I'm asking you to label Poland as well, because Poland is important for World War II. All right, so let's start. So Russia. And the good thing about this software is it will call out the country to you, and it will label the country, which is one thing that mapcharts.net did not do.
Ukraine, Poland, Germany, France, Spain, Italy, United Kingdom.
All right, and this is a good review for our test on Friday too. So I've labeled the countries. So let's count them again. It should be 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so we're good. So Russia, Ukraine, Poland, Germany, France, Italy, United Kingdom, Spain. All right. So the next thing you want to do is you want to enter this in your portfolio. And this is more tricky to do than just copying and pasting. So what you want to do, if you don't know how to use a snipping tool in a Chromebook, what you want to do is you want to press Shift and Control, and you want to press the button right above the number 6. There is a rectangular button that looks like multiple screens. So you want to press all of those at the same time. Your screen will dim, and then you will see something that looks like a bullseye, almost on like a target or a bow and arrow. And you're going to take that and click and drag the section that you want, which is the map. That way you can leave out all other stuff, right? So now I have that. You can let go, and it automatically puts it in this smaller subscreen over here on the right hand side. You're going to say copy to clipboard. You're going to go to your portfolio. You're going to find a section. Just click once, Control V, and there you go. And then you size that. And that is another excellent map in your portfolio to show that you can locate selected features. And it's good to study from, and you have a test Friday. So by now in your portfolio, and this is probably it for maps, especially political maps, you have the learning standard that says I can locate selected features of Europe. I can locate on a world and regional political physical map the countries of France, Germany, Italy, Russia, Spain, Ukraine, and the United Kingdom. So that should be it. for that. All right, so now let's do physical features. So we're going to go back to Shepherd Software. So you should still have a screen like this, hopefully. All right, you're going to go hit Europe right there. All right, so now we're going to go to landscapes, and let's see if it's this one. Okay, well, this is one that we can use. Okay, so you see over here on the left-hand side, it has some of the locations that we have to know, right? So the Great European
Plain.
That's the European plain. Okay. We have talked about Iceland.
Iceland.
You do not have that on a test. Scandinavian Peninsula, you don't have on a test, but we have talked about in the geography lab. So
Scandinavian
let's
Peninsula.
put that as well. Okay. Don't have to know the Russian plain. The British Isles was talked about in the geography lab, so
British
we're going to
Isles.
mention that as well. Carpathian Mountains were not mentioned in the lab, but are an excellent choice for your PBL scenario where you have to write a proposal about the TV show. It's an excellent survivalist type scenario area. The Alps, of course, we have talked about.
The Alps.
Dinaric Alps, don't know what this one is. Apennine is in Italy. We didn't talk about that. Pyrenees Mountains, we did talk about.
Pyrenees Mountains.
Iberian Peninsula,
Iberian
we did
Peninsula.
talk about. So it's a lot of physical features. We have not even gotten to rivers, but let's go ahead and we want to use the snipping tool again. So Shift, Control, and then the button right above 6 on the keyboard. It looks like multiple screens, right? We have our bullseye. We're up in the corner right here, and we're clicking and dragging in the shape that we want. It's probably a good idea to give Shepherd Software their credit for doing this. So if you notice at the very bottom of the one I'm taking, it said 2014 Shepherd Software. So I've copied that to my clipboard, going back to the portfolio, finding an open space down here at the bottom, clicking once, Control V. All right, great. So that is an example of how I know how to locate these physical features. Okay. All right. So filling up with maps, but this is a geography course, so we have to be doing that. All right, so what are we getting in that one? We got European plain, the Alps, Pyrenees, and the Iberian Peninsula. Okay. So let's see what we can get from another map, going back to Shepherd Software. So pretty much done with that. Go back to Europe. All right, so we are going to go here to rivers. We're going to start with the very first rivers tutorial. So we have some Europe, some rivers of Europe left. All right, so we have talked about, I believe that one's the Rhine.
Rhine River.
I forgot. They are mentioned over here on the left-hand side. So if you notice, there are a lot of rivers in Europe. It mentioned in the geography lab the amount of rivers in Europe, but did not go into specific detail about all the names. I tell you the ones we are supposed to know are the Rhine and the Danube.
Danube River.
I do want you to know the Volga.
Volga River.
I do want you to know. No, I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. So the Rhine, the Danube, the Volga. That'll work. We can know those. Okay, so same thing. Need a Control, Shift, the box above the number 6. Looks like multiple screens, and then here we go. Using that as a snipping tool. Copy into the clipboard. Going here and pasting it. And I am having to make these really big. If you can find another way to size them where they're not so big, that's fine. But of course, you can always use the scroll bar to find them. All right. It saves everything, but I do publish mine because I'm going to have a link to mine so you all can start looking at my portfolio to see what's in it and checking it. All right, so we should be getting to the end of this. That shows the Danube and the Rhine. Is the English Channel? Yes, the English Channel is listed on this map, so we're good on there. Mediterranean Sea listed on this map. We know that's south of Italy. European plain is listed. The Alps are listed. Pyrenees, Ural Mountains, and Iberian Peninsula. Okay, so we got it covered. Those two maps covered everything. All right, so we have everything we need now. That should be it for the portfolio. You have your rough drafts, which are paper maps. You have your final copies, which are digital, that have been gone over in these two videos. And that's pretty much European geography for right now. And the next thing will be culture, so there will be videos to come. Appreciate it. That's it.